Assalamu alaikum. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today we will start Surah An-Naml, which is translated as the ants and is Surah number 27. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Tasin. These are the verses of the Quran, a book that makes things clear, a guide and glad tidings for the believers, and those who establish regular prayers and give zakat, and also have full assurance of the hereafter. As to those who believe not in the hereafter, we have made their deeds pleasing in their eyes, so they wander about in distraction. Such are they for whom a grievous chastisement awaits, and in the hereafters theirs will be the greatest loss. As to you, the Quran is bestowed upon you from the presence of one who is wise and all-knowing. Behold, Moses said to his family, I perceive a fire. Soon will I bring you from there some information, or I will bring you a burning brand to light our fuel, that you may warm yourselves. But when he came to the fire, a voice was heard. Blessed are those in the fire and those around, and glory to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. O Moses, surely I am Allah, the exalted in might, the wise. Now do you throw your staff? But when he saw it moving of its own accord, as if it had been a snake, he turned back in retreat and retraced not his steps. O Moses, it was said, fear not, truly in my presence those called as messengers have no fear. But if any have done wrong, and have thereafter substituted good to take the place of evil, truly I am oft forgiving, most merciful. Now put your hand into your bosom, and it will come forth white without stain or harm. These are among the 9 signs you will take to Pharaoh and his people, for they are a people rebellious in transgression. But when our signs came to them, that should have opened their eyes, they said, this is sorcery manifest. मतलब ऐसे साइंस जिनसे उनकी नजरें खुल जानी चाहिए थी, उनको हदायत मिल जानी चाहिए थी, उन्होंने कहा भाई ये तो जादूगरी है. And they rejected those signs in iniquity and arrogance, although their souls were convinced thereof. So see what was the end of those who acted corruptly. We gave in the past knowledge to David and Solomon, and they both said, praise be to Allah, who has favored us above many of his servants who believe. And Solomon was David's hire. He said, O you people, we have been taught the speech of birds, and on us he has bestowed a little of all things. This is indeed grace manifest from Allah. And before Solomon were marshalled his hosts of jinn and men and birds, and they were all kept in order and ranks. At length, when they came to a lowly valley of ants, अब सूरह अन-नमल का मतलब है ants, इस आयत से ही इस सूरत का नाम है. Lowly valley of ants, one of the ants said, O you ants, get into your habitations, lest Solomon and his horse crush you underfoot without knowing it. So he smiled. तो हजरत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम ने ये चूटी की ये बात सुन ली और मुस्कुराए, amused at her speech, and he said, O my Lord, so order me that I may be grateful for your favors which you have bestowed on me and on my parents, and that I may work the righteousness that will please you, and admit me by your grace to the ranks of your servants righteous. And he took a muster of birds when he said, why is it I see not the hoopoe? Or is he among the absentees? I will certainly punish him with a severe punishment or execute him, unless he brings me a clear reason for absence. But the hoopoe, जिसको उर्दू में हुदहुद भी कहते हैं, tarried not far. He came up and said, I have compassed territory which you have not compassed, and I have come to you from Saba with tidings true. I found there a woman ruling over them and provided with every requisite, and she has a magnificent throne. I found her and her people worshipping the sun besides Allah. Satan has made their deeds seem pleasing in their eyes and has kept them away from the path, so they receive no goodness. अभी जो हुदूद थी जिसको हूपो नाम लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे, वो हज़रत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम को बता रही थी कि मैं एक जगह देख कर आई हूँ और उसने ये चीज़ें नोटिस करी हैं. kept them away from the path, that they should not worship Allah, who brings to light what is hidden in the heavens and the earth, and knows what you hide and what you reveal. Allah, there is no God but He, Lord of the throne supreme. Solomon said, soon shall we see whether you have told the truth or lied. Go you with this letter of mine and deliver it to them. तो हज़रत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम इस हुदूद को एक लेटर देते हैं कि जाओ उनको ये लेटर दो. Go you with this letter of mine and deliver it to them. Then draw back from them and wait to see what answer they return. The queen said, you chiefs, here is delivered to me a letter worthy of respect. It is from Solomon and is as follows. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Be you not arrogant against me, but come to me in submission to the true religion. She said, O chiefs, advise me in this. तो ये जो उस कौम की क्वीन होती है वो चीफ से पूछती है, भाई आप मुझे एडवाइस करो इस मामले में. My affair, no affair have I decided except in your presence. They said, we are endued with strength and given to vehement war, but the command is with you, so consider what you will command. She said, kings, when they enter a country, despoil it and make the noblest of its people its meanest. Thus do they behave. But I am going to send him a present, मतलब हज़रत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम को एक तोहफा भेजेगी वो, and wait to see what answer return my ambassadors. Now when the embassy came to Solomon, he said, will you give me abundance in wealth? But that which Allah has given me is better than that which He has given you. No, it is you who rejoice in your gift. मतलब हज़रत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम कहते हैं मेरे पास तो ऑलरेडी इतनी वेल्थ है, मुझे इन तोहफों की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Go back to them and be sure we shall come to them with such hosts as they will never be able to meet. We shall expel them from there in disgrace and they will feel humbled indeed. He said to his own men, chiefs, which of you can bring me her throne before they come to me in submission? Said Ifrit, one of the jinns, I will bring it to you before you rise from your council. Indeed, I have full strength for the purpose and may be trusted. Said one who had knowledge of the book, I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye. मतलब मैं एक पलक झपकने से पहले पहले आपको वो ला दूंगा. Then when Solomon saw it placed firmly before him, he said, this is by the grace of my Lord to test me whether I am grateful or ungrateful. And if any is grateful, truly his gratitude is a gain for his own soul. But if any is ungrateful, truly my Lord is free of all needs, supreme in honor. He said, transform her throne out of all recognition by her. Let us see whether she is guided to the truth or is one of those who receive no guidance. So when she arrived, she was asked, is this your throne? She said, it was just like this. And Solomon said, we were given the knowledge before this and we had surrendered to Allah. And all that she has wanted to worship instead of Allah hindered her, for she came of disbelieving folk. She was asked to enter the lofty palace of Hazrat Sulaiman, but when she saw it, she thought it was a lake of water, and she tugged up her skirts, uncovering her legs. He said, this is but a palace paved smooth with slabs of glass. She said, O my Lord, I have indeed wronged my soul. I do now submit in Islam with Solomon to the Lord of the worlds. We sent aforetime to the Samud their brother Saleh, saying, serve Allah. But behold, they became two factions quarreling with each other. He said, O my people, why do you ask to hasten on the evil in preference to the good? If only you ask Allah for forgiveness, you may hope to receive mercy. They said, I'll omen do we augur from you and those that with you. He said, they said, ill omen do we augur from you and those that are with you. He said, your ill omen is with Allah. Yes, you are a people under trial. There were in the city 9 men of a family. who made mischief in the land and would not reform. They said, swear a mutual oath by Allah that we shall make a secret night attack on him and his people, and that we shall then say to his hire, when we seeks vengeance, we were not present at the slaughter of his people, and we are positively telling the truth. They plotted and planned, but we too planned, while they perceived it not. Then see what was the end of their plot. This, that we destroyed them and their people, all of them. Now such were their houses in utter ruin, because they practiced wrongdoing. Surely in this is a sign for people of knowledge. And we saved those who believed and practiced righteousness. We also sent Lut as a messenger. Behold, he said to his people, do you do what is shameful, though you see its iniquity? Would you really approach men in your lusts rather than women? No, you are a people grossly ignorant. But his people gave no other answer but this. They said, drive out the followers of Lut from your city. These are indeed men who want to be clean and pure. But we saved him and his family except his wife. Her we destined to be of those who lagged behind. And we rained on them a shower of brimstone, and evil was the shower on those who were admonished, but he did not. Say, praise be to Allah and peace on his servants, whom he has chosen for his message. Who is better, Allah or the false gods they associate with him? Or who has created the heavens and the earth, and who sends down rain from the sky? Yes, with it we cause to grow well-planted orchards full of beauty and delight. It is not in your power to cause the growth of trees in them. Can there be another God besides Allah? No, they are a people who serve from justice. Or who has made the earth firm to live in, made river in its midst, set thereon mountains immovable, and made a separating bar between the two bodies of flowing water. Can there be another God besides Allah? No, most of them know not. मतलब अल्लाह ताला ये सारी निशानियां दिखाकर हमसे सवाल कर रहा है कि खुद सोचो कि अल्लाह ताला के अलावा अगर और कोई खुदा होते तो ये सिस्टम क्या इतना स्मूथली चल रहा होता. Or who listens to the soul distressed when it calls on him, and who receives its suffering and makes you mankind inheritance of the earth. Can there be another God besides Allah? Little is it that you heed. Or who guides you through the depths of darkness on land and sea, and who sends the winds as heralds of glad tidings, going before his mercy. Can there be another God besides Allah? High is Allah above what they associate with him. Or who originates creation then repeats it, and who gives you sustenance from heaven and earth? Can there be another God besides Allah? Say, bring forth your argument if you are telling the truth. अब ये सारी अल्लाह ताला ने निशानियां बताई, उसके बाद क्या बात है भाई, अगर तुम्हारे पास कोई एविडेंस है कि अल्लाह ताला के अलावा कोई और खुदा है तो अपनी दलील ले आओ. Say, none in the heavens or on earth except Allah knows what is hidden, nor can they perceive when they shall be raised up for judgment. Still less can their knowledge comprehend the hereafter. No, they are in doubt and uncertainty. There ain't. No, they are blind thereunto. There ain't. No. अच्छा, अब मैं बोलते ना हरगिज नहीं, उसके लिए वर्ड यूज हुआ देयर एनेंट, मतलब कोई डाउट और अनसर्टेनिटी है ही नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. सो दे आर ब्लाइंड देयर अनटू. द अनबिलीवर्स से व्हाट व्हेन वी बिकम डस्ट एंड dust we and our forefathers, shall we really be raised from the dead? It is true, we were promised this, we and our fathers before us. These are nothing but tales of the ancients. देखिए वही बात है, अभी तक वही चलता आ रहा है कि ये तो पुराने जमाने की बात है. Say, do you go you through the earth and see what has been the end of those guilty of sin, but grieve not over them, nor distress yourself because of their plots. They also say, when will this promise come to pass? Say if you are truthful. मत पूछो भाई कब ये promise आएगा, क़यामत के दिन कब आएगा. Say, it may be that some of the events which you wish to hasten on may be close in your pursuit, but surely your Lord is full of grace to mankind, yet most of them are ungrateful. And surely your Lord knows all that their hearts do hide, as well as all that they reveal. Nor is there anything of unseen in heaven on earth, but is recorded in a clear record. Surely this Quran does explain to the children of Israel most of the matters in which they disagree. And it certainly is a guide and a mercy to those who believe. Surely your Lord will decide between them by his decree, and he is exalted in might, all-knowing. So put your trust in Allah, for you are on the path of manifest truth. Truly, you cannot cause the dead to listen, nor can you cause the deaf to hear the call, especially when they turn back in retreat. Nor can you be a guide to the blind to prevent them from straying. Only those will you get to listen who believe in our signs, and they will bow in Islam. And when the word is fulfilled against them, the unjust, we shall produce from the earth a beast to face them. He will speak to them, for that mankind did not believe with assurance in our signs. मतलब सिर्फ believing ही नहीं बल्कि assurance के साथ. May Allah make us from those who believe with assurance in His signs. One day we shall gather together from every people a troop of those who reject our signs, and they shall be kept in ranks until when they come before the judgment seat. Allah will say, did you reject my signs, though you comprehended them not in knowledge? Or what was it you did? And the word will be fulfilled against them because of their wrongdoings, and they will be unable to speak in plea. See they not that we have made the night for them to rest, and the day to give them light? Surely in this are signs for any people who believe. And the day the trumpet will be sounded, then will be smitten with terror those who are in the heavens and those who are on earth, except such as Allah will please to exempt. And all shall come to His presence as beings conscious of their lowliness. May Allah make us from those who are free from terror on the day of judgment. You see the mountains and think them firmly fixed, but they shall pass away as the clouds pass away. Allah Ta'ala कह रहे हैं जो पहाड़ है जो मजबूती से खड़े हुए ज़मीनों पे ये भी पास है, मतलब ये बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो जाएंगे, एज क्लाउड रुइयों की तरह हो जाएंगे, बादलों की तरह हो जाएंगे. सच इज़ द आर्टिस्ट्री ऑफ अल्लाह क़यामत के दिन, और ये अल्लाह ताला की कुदरत है. हु डिस्पोजेस ऑफ ऑल थिंग्स इन परफेक्ट ऑर्डर, फॉर ही इज़ वेल एक्वाइंटेड विद ऑल दैट यू डू. If any do good, even better will accrue to them therefrom, and they will be secure from terror that day. And if any do evil, their faces will be thrown headlong into the fire. Do you receive a reward other than that which you have earned by your deeds? For me, I have commanded to serve the Lord of this city, Him who has sanctified it, and to Him and to whom belong all things. And I am commanded to be of those who bow in Islam to Allah's will, and to rehearse the Quran, and if any accept guidance, they do it for the good of their own souls. And if any stray, I am only a warner. And say, praise be to Allah, who will soon show you His signs, so that you shall know them, and your Lord is not unmindful of all that you do. यहाँ पे हमारी सूरत ख़त्म हो गई है. हम ब्रीफली इसके टॉपिक्स को डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. इसमें हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम का वाक़या आया कि हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम ने जब असा ज़मीन पे फेंका अल्लाह ताला के कहने पे और वो चलना शुरू हो गया, तो हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम डर गए. हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम का वाक़या है कि ही वाज सेंट टू फिरौन. हज़रत सुलेमान अलैहिस्सलाम का वाक़या आया कि जो क्वीन ऑफ सबा थी उसने किस तरह हज़रत सुलेमान के पास जो वेल्थ थी किस तरह उसको देख के इम्प्रेस हुई और इस्लाम कबूल कर लिया. उसके बाद फिर कंटिन्यूस अल्लाह ताला के साइंस आ रहे हैं कि अल्लाह ताला अपने साइंस बता रहे हैं कि इन साइंस को देख के हम शायद उसकी ज़ात को पहचान लें. और फिर क़यामत के दिन का जिक्र आया कि क़यामत के दिन जो सख्त तरीन मजबूत तरीन पहाड़ है वो बिल्कुल जो है ना बादलों की तरह हो जाएंगे, और ये अल्लाह ताला की कुदरत है। और ये बात है कि क़यामत के दिन जो लोग अल्लाह ताला में फर्मली बिलीव रखते हैं वो बिल्कुल भी उन पे कोई डर नहीं होगा। तो आई प्रे दैट मे अल्लाह मेक अस फ्रॉम दोज हु फर्मली बिलीव इन हिम, so that we are free from any fear on the day of judgment. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.